The gentleman's split is in Rudskogen. Welcome to another race of Split 2 in the Clio SoF. We are in Rudskogen, like I said, and we have 4 splits, we also know that. If we take a look at the podium the last time we were here, which was last season, none of them are in this race. Sebastian Ma, not here. David Ward has an excellent result in Split 1. How excellent? Take a look at the broadcast, wink wink. And Russell J. Bright was in P3 last time, which was last season. If we take a look at the championship, every one of these drivers in the top is in this race. Ben Shellcraft, 133. John Duncan, 116. Neil Todd, 109. Ben Wright, 92. Myself and Jack Davies, who drives in front of me here, 87. So, let's see how qualifying went, but take a look how close it was between some of those drivers. Really, take a close look at the times. Just saying. And now let's see how qualifying went, and then we will be back for the start of the race. Have you seen how close it was from 2 to 7 and 9 to 13? Super close times, and we are about to go racing, ladies and gentlemen. Red lights. We are waiting for Split 2 in Rudskogen to begin. Here we are, and everyone gets away. No jump start, no car standing. This is a good sign. So yeah, super close qualifying times. Hopefully equals super close and interesting racing here in Norway. Task 1, everyone surviving the first complex of corners. Succeeded! Everyone is driving, everyone is surviving. Nicely done. First time into turn 3, difficult corner. I mentioned it yesterday in Top Split, and also so far so good. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Clayton McBullough bit wide there. This is P9. Right behind him is Jack Davies. Now there's almost side by side. McBullough has the inside and is a little bit ahead. And stays ahead. Right behind them is Linus Kresin, young driver. He is his father also drives the Clio sometimes, but as far as I know, they share one rig at the moment. So sadly, no father-son combination currently. Maybe in the future that would be really cool. But what is also cool is everyone survived lap 1. Well, everyone survived. No one is far away. So far, so good. Eduardo Gonzaga shows himself against Matthias Lava. Jesus Saavedra and Ben Shellcraft, the Split 2 championship leader, only in P15. This is a bit of work for him. And Davies and McBullough, once again. We have seen them earlier. Now Davies has the inside, which is different to the first time. And Jack Davies is through. He is now in P9. Nicely done. But yeah, looks fine. We see a bit of a gap developing between P1 and P2. Toby Keel was a bit surprised to see him qualifying in P2. But so far he makes a good job defending against John Duncan. which helps the leader, which is me. Yeah. Now Davis and... No, excuse me, this is Eduardo and Matthias again. We saw a bit of smoke there. Duncan is through. Toby Keele, he had to slow down. I remember Toby Keele had to slow down early on. This had to be it. I mentioned it yesterday. Sadly, the replay system of iRacing does not save nation flags, slowdowns, penalties, meatball flags. Otherwise, they all would be here. But sadly, they do not appear. Now that John Duncan is in P2, will be interesting to see, can he close the gap to the leader, me, or will it be extended? We will take a look at it. So far so good. Toby Keele had a good job, but sadly the slowdown cost him P2. But as the number 15 car, a P3 would also be pretty nice. But the race is far too early, far too young for us to make any assumptions. Alfie Garford and Matt Gutuncha. Argy Bargy. Alfie Garford outside. If I remember correctly, he has won a Split 2 race way in the past here in Rudskogen. McBulla losing positions. Okay, it's lap 2. Something happened in lap 2. That stupid pencil doesn't work. Lap 2, T8. Always have to make notes to see what happened, because there was a bit of position changing, so I don't know what happened with McBulla, Kresin, Davis, Hoffman. I think there was a bit of an incident. We have to take a look afterwards. McBulla against the aforementioned Kresin. And McBulla gets P9 back. Ooh, Hoffman, bit aggressive. The two Germans. The two driving under the German flag. You have to be a bit mindful with that, with the new flag system in iRacing, as people like to drive for stuff like Antarctica and the Cook Islands. Or Tuvalu. Yeah. So, let's be careful with the German. Driving under the German flag would be the more correct way to say it. Eduardo and Matthias. Another touch. Number 1 versus number 16. Highest rated versus lowest rated. This is for P4, and they touch and they crash. And oh, big crash. Big crash. We hear more of it. Oh. We have not seen everything, I can tell you that. We have not seen everything of this. This was a big one. There were 4 or 5 cars involved and we saw 2 of them. But this is why we have the replay highlights at the end of each broadcast. And suddenly Jack Davies is in P4, Linus Kreis in P5, Clayton McBulla in P6. Neil Todd drives a new livery for at least maybe for the rest of the season. This was for a charity event that was held last weekend. Great stuff. Oh, that car does not look good. Oh. Nah, this car is mucked. And he's in the pits. Humphrey Garford! What was that? I have to write down a lot, it seems. Garford, his car is damaged. We've seen it in a bit of action already, as a result. Neil Todd, Ben Chalcraft, Jesus Saavedra. Chalcraft and Saavedra fought for second to last place early on. Now they are at least on P11 and 12, so little progress. And speaking about progress, has John Duncan been able to close the gap? No. the gap got wider between Duncan and the leader, who is myself. 2.7 seconds. But Toby Kiel, he is still right behind John Duncan. This is also a thing. He is so close to all good, that John has always to think about defending. 0.2 seconds is I have to defend territory. Here we have it. Toby Kiel, he is on the mind of John Duncan as a result. Toby Kiel, great race from him. Real great race from the second lowest rated driver. But iRating is one thing, performance is the other thing. We've seen it in Top Split yesterday as well. Case in point, Clement and David Ward. If you want to know what I mean, watch the Split 1 broadcast. Garford and Neil Todd. What a race! Gentlemen, this is not. But I believe it all started with the little touch between Neil Todd and Alfie Garford. I believe it started with this, that they got clumped together. Difficult to say. What is not so difficult to say is that Toby Kiel still wants his P2 back. McBullough, Hoffman, Canero, 6, 7, 8. Bruno Canero, the Split 3 championship leader. Spoiler alert for tomorrow. He won't gain any Split 3 points because we have it in this race. Same as Jason Humphrey and Toby Kiel. These three are the top 3 drivers for the Split 3 championship. So this could get interesting tomorrow. But let's focus on Split 2. Garford and Neil Todd. Chapter 3? Maybe? Right behind him, Jesus Saavedra. He's to the inside, Todd now far to the outside, and Garford somewhere in the middle of the track. Neil Todd outside. He is ahead, but it's difficult. Can he stick it? And right then we cut away. We see it in the background a little bit. I think Garford was able to hold the position. And I believe they had another touch. At least it looked like this from far away. Toby Kiel still trying to make John Duncan's race difficult. 0.4 seconds. Garford, Neil Todd, the next chapter in their story. With Saavedra and Mert Götünca, Jesus lets Mert by. I remember hearing on the voice radio that Jesus said, we lose so much time because of your defending to Alfie. Then he said, Mert, go past, you're faster than me. If I remember correctly. There's a reason I deactivated the voices after starting to have to censor them. Garford! Oh, come on! Now this is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. This was touch number 4 between them? I mean, there is hard defending, and then there is unnecessary roughness. 2 minutes for roughing, we say in hockey. Saavedra now attacking Garford. And they touch. And after what I have seen, it's hard to stay neutral. But I try to stay neutral. I try. Jack Davies and Linus Kresin fight for P4. Toby Kiel is still right behind Duncan. That slowdown from Toby is such a shame. Such a shame. Because he shows great pace here in Rudskogen. Oh, Jack Davies goes a bit wide. Without that slowdown, I am sure Toby Kiel would have stayed in P2. Krasin inside. Good line. Gets Jack Davies, is now in P4. So we have two quote-unquote low-rated drivers for this split at least, 15 and 14, both in the top 4. This is amazing. Keep an eye on those drivers. 2-minute warning, and Neil Todd and Alfie Garford. Are you sick and tired of this already? The jury is out there. Toby Keele, I know I say it now for the 3rd time. I'm impressed with his race. I'm really impressed. I was surprised when he was in P2 after qualifying, but he shows that this was not a one-lap wonder. Driving a good race. Garford. Todd. I'm honestly a bit tired of mentioning those two names. I'm sorry. And now Chalcroft to the outside. Different choice of line as a result. Attacking the inside now of the corner, the apex. Garford to the inside, Todd to the outside, Chalcroft somewhere in the middle. Neil Todd outside. This is not gonna happen, but maybe Ben Chalcroft now gets 2 positions in a short amount of time. Or can Neil Todd get it back? I think Chalcroft got it. Yeah, he got it. He is now in P12. We are in the final lap of the race. For these guys, we are about to start the final lap of the race. I'm in the lead 4.3 seconds. John Duncan, then half a second. So the gap got a bit wider between me and Toby. But it is not smooth sailing. Like it is not smooth sailing with these guys. Humphrey and Chalcroft. I remember an apology from Jason on the Voice channel right afterwards, if I remember correctly. Bruno Canero, we have not seen a lot of him, but he is in P8. Solid result. Trying to maybe get past Daniel Hoffman in the finishing stages of the race. Toby Keele. He is too far away, but he, for me, his best performance all season long. Hands down, and Canero spins Hoffman. This is not what I meant. Maybe he can get past him in the final lap. And here we have our race winner. We have not seen a lot of him. Me. Finally a good race. Finally. But now Duncan in P2. Toby Keele, great result. Linus Krasin, great result. Jack Davies, P5. Clayton McBoller, Bruno Canero, Daniel Hoffman. And the top 10 will be Mert Tunca and Jesus Saavedra. Then a big gap to Alfie Garford and his new friends down there. And now we wait just for Matthias Lava to finish his race. He's in the final corner, about to come over the finish line. There he is. So yeah, these are the results from Mr. Broadcaster himself down to Jesus on the first part, and Alfie Garford and Eduardo, who did not restart his race after the incident with Matthias Lava. Woo! Wanna take a bet how much I'm gonna miss in the highlights? I would assume a lot. I would assume a lot. But we are done with Split 2, so let's jump to the standings. And we are back at the standings, and we are looking for our Split 2 heroes. And even though he has not won this race, John Duncan finished in P8 overall. here in Rudskogen. Second time he earned a P8. He is 7th overall, so easily the strongest of the regular Split 2 drivers. Then myself, my best ever result in an SoF. P7 puts me in P12. Ben, this was a race to forget for him sadly. Clayton McBullough, P17. Bruno Canero, Jack Davies. I have to say, after a somewhat rotten start to the season, which started with a turn 1 collision in Oschersleben with me, Jack has a good string of results. 18, 16, 20, 17, 13. Good results. Very good results. If Jack can keep this up for the end of the season, he might end up pretty decent. Neil Todd, yeah, we have seen him a lot. Sadly for the wrong reasons. He found a new friend for life. Toby Keel, P10, like I said, easily his best performance to this day. Congratulations. Any Split 2 drivers, I could go on and on and on and on. And I won't, because we also have to take a look at something else. That is the Split 2 standings. And John Duncan gets his P1 back. 141. Ben Shalcroft, it was a drop round for him, stays at 133. I jumped from 87 to 117, now in P3. Neil Todd, for him it was also a drop round. Oh, I think I said everyone out of the top 5 was in this race. I think Ben was not. If Ben Wright was in this race, I completely missed him. So I have to redact from the start of the broadcast. So yeah, this is Split 2, and now we scroll down to see your favorite Split 2 driver, whoever it is. See where he stands in the Split 2 standings. 78 drivers have driven at least one Split 2 race. And we still have 2 weeks left, so the 80 is has a good chance to happen. But we are done. No, we are not done. We have still some highlights, which I probably have missed quite a few things, as usual, because there was a lot was happening in this one. And we also have Split 3 and Split 4. So many more Clio races and much more content in the next few days. I hope you will enjoy it as much as I do. And let's see what Split 3 has for us tomorrow. I'll see you there.